What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium where I react to video game music as a musician myself. Welcome. Today is the return of Star Ocean. This is Star Ocean, The Last Hope. Song is called Nascent Pulse. This is requested by Turn Arclight. And it's been a while since I've done Star Ocean. I think I've only done one, maybe a couple. If you haven't noticed, I don't really look before I record. You know, there's a reason. Let me go off on a quick tangent. I could just look up, like, how many have I done or something like that. I'm going to be totally honest. Every time I film, I just film. Because it's almost like the less I know, the less recollection. Like, it's pretty much like having it for the first time all over again type of thing. And in many ways, it is. So, just had to throw that out there. Because sometimes someone has said, like, how do you not remember, like, what you've done before? I'm like, I do a lot of these all day, every day. Anyways, Star Ocean, The Last Hope. Oh, by the way, composed by Motoi Sakuraba from Golden Sun. I recognize that at least. Let us go. Nascent Pulse. Let's go. Ooh. Oh, there's flavor on this one. Ooh. Those lively drums. That organ. So this caught my attention right away. Ooh. Oh my god, the bass is crazy right now. Oh my god, the bass is... That writes in them. Woo! Wow, wow, wow. You know what's cool about this channel? You never know what's going to happen. You never know if one day you're going to hear just utter garbage or one of the best songs you've heard on the channel. Can you guess which one happens today, right now? And it's interesting because it's not like I was like, whoa, blown away, making all these crazy faces or some like dumb YouTuber like thumbnail or something. It's just an internal thing. I know that was one of the coolest songs I've heard on the channel, and it was so short, and that's gonna have to be one of those like repeated listens because that was super dope. There was so much going on, and yet at the same time, not really. I think for the first time in the channel's history, I'm gonna say that the standout thing in this song was the rhythm changes, which is really cool because well, you don't really hear that too often. It's kind of bold to do that. You kind of want the listener to, well, you want this listener to do whatever you want, but typically you want the producer or you want the listener to like groove along and kind of hang on to the melody that's in their head. In this case, it was like a couple bars and then whoop, a couple, just it was all over the place. I kept switching it up. Very progressive, but it was really like combining that with the live drum sound of it. It just was great, and it was a very fresh take on, well, I guess music for me. It was just something that I don't typically hear. Like, what genre is this? What was that? I guess this falls under just VGM, but it's kind of reasons like this that really, I think most people that watch these admire VGM because of these bold choices that you would not hear anywhere else. Like, where else would you hear that? So, I'm starting to get a hankering for Mutoi Sakuraba because I didn't know who he was up until recently, and I'm noticing this dude is something. Very bold. Does whatever he wants. I could imagine. I envision this because if I heard that, well, here's a scenario I had in my head. Like, let's say they're in the studio or office or whatever making that, and he's making this. I could see like people walking by and like, what is that? Or they all stop in their tracks. And I've actually had that feeling. I don't want to make this about me, but I know what that feeling is like. Basically, I'm saying I'm imagining that amazing feeling happening here. I could see that happening, where you're doing something and then people walking past are like, "Whoa, what's this?" And then they stop and check it out. I feel like if this was like being cooked up in the kitchen while he was making it, it would just be like, "Whoa, what is this?" So I don't know where I got that thought, but it's one of those, like, it really kind of stops you. Drums were fantastic. The bass was actually amazing. Just unfortunately turned down too much. But if you really listen for the bass line, it's kind of like a lead bass. It wasn't just boom, boom, boom. It was like boom, it was kind of shredding it up. And it was really, really good. It just was kind of hard to hear. A lot of unique sounds. We had some organs. The guitars were kind of odd in this one. They were there and they sounded kind of weird. They sounded mostly like treble and kind of turned down. And they're more for just like stabs. They weren't like, I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention to the guitar too much. I know it was there, but I was listening to pretty much everything else. Rhythm changes for sure was the highlight. Like, just I never knowing where I was going to go next. I love that. And of course the bass. Really not a whole bunch to say. It's just, I can comfortably say that was one of the coolest things I've heard on the channel. I don't know what Nascent Pulse is, but let me know. I didn't even get a setting. I'll see if I can think of one right now. I was too busy trying to enjoy it because I saw the length and I was like, damn, I have to enjoy this now before it ends. I'm trying to think of one right now. The only thing I know about Star Ocean is that it's an RPG of some kind. I don't know what kind, but I know it's an RPG. And it's been around for a while. Yeah, no, I don't really have anything. Because that music was so... I don't know what kind of picture it was trying to paint. It was so abstract. That's a perfect word for this. This was a very abstract song. Very artistic, free flow, creative, and Mutoi is becoming someone that I'm really, really starting to pay attention to. And there's gonna be at some point one day, because I've done so many of these, where I'm gonna ask like, maybe I'll ask my Discord or someone or something to like help me kind of like organize my reactions of individual composers, because I want to see like what I've done, or maybe I haven't done anything. Because I don't really look into it too much, because like I've said this before, but if I don't want to know who. It's kind of it can get confusing. Like, say I could just Google it and like, oh well, this person composed it. It's not as easy as that. Sometimes there's more to it. Maybe they were part of a team. You know, I don't want to like just label something and then it's incorrect. That would feel terrible. So, anyways, I what I'm saying is I want to hear more of this composer and what else I've done. And maybe I've liked stuff before and I didn't even know it was him, type of thing. And that goes for anyone else as well. So it's an exciting thought, and one day it'll happen. I just know I don't have time to do it, but one day. Anyways, Star Ocean, The Last Hope. Let me know more about that. Let me know where this plays, what Nascent pulse or Nascent pulse means. Awesome. That was great. That was great. Very different and full of. It was like a fun roller coaster. It was a very abstract, fun roller coaster. That's all I got for it. Let me know more. Thank you to Turn Arc Lights, whose track record is incredible. Thanks to my Patreon members that you see right here supporting me. Thank you all so much. I really do mean it. I appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. And thank you to my Platinum members as well, who get priority in my request. That is Kevin, Patrick, Terry, Vanadel, Callanan, Gardeline, Mushamari, Justin, Knox, and Triage 101. Until next time, dudes and dudettes, my name is Jesse. This has been The Auditorium. I will see you in the next video. Have a good night.